Hey, would you guys call this Magneto? Ever listening to this? You can hear the sound of that coming out of there. Why does it make that peculiar sound? It's like whenever you talk, your voice box when you talk. That's called electromagnetics, huh? Thermal energy or something like that. That's what you call it. Magneto resistors, multi-state beam resistors. My phone's operating system screwed up again, especially YouTube. On my end, there's a hologram right here. You hear the sound of that change? Microphone cool, pick that up. I'll move my hand. I'm turned off. No wonder why it changed. Hey, Duquesne's Light Company. Did you pick that up on my smart meter? That power transfer, that open close, and that energy draw for the SCADA system? Did you pick it up? How about whenever it's bypass? Can you pick that up too? You would have to be able to, huh? Post-quantum computing. You'd have to be able to. And then me walking down the street, you'd be able to pick that up too, huh? Especially if this cell phone, the semiconductors, gets too much juice. What happens with the nanomagnetic antenna? Right out into the bricks of the wall. Right into this PVC plastic that holds static. We're getting some snow here right now. It just stopped. They're saying the temperature is about to go down. We're just going to talk about the weather and how the weather works and how the weather affects the SCADA system. Talk about the weather, how the temperature works, why does it get so cold. Do a lot of talking about the weather and just keep talking. Keep talking. Just keep talking about the people. 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 Well, the mainstream media talks about these people that are doing some really screwed up thinking. Whenever, like, you watch their show or their broadcast or their information that they post, the human thinking's terrible. But I'm going to point you up here in this direction. Because now there's people that are up here at this school that's about maybe a half mile away, a kilometer away, 1 kilometer. I'm going to talk about these people since the news doesn't want to really attenuate to these people up here and what they do. Because they work on all your devices that you have in your pocket, and they work on the devices that you use to send me the messages of these people with fucked up thinking. And you never question their thinking. You never question on their thinking too. Well, like I perceived CrowdStrike happened. We shut down a bunch of computers. And that was in the airline industry where they communicate with radar. Oh, we'll point the phone up here, huh? Because remember 9/11, they said there's phone calls made on airplanes traveling at 30,000 feet. Remember that one? How'd that one happen? Blue Jay, distress signal. Quantum computers, what's going on? Can you hear it? SCADA system with live animals. Do they have femto amperage too? What's on the algorithm here? Especially all the birds I trained here on all them videos. Every morning you'd hear them and they'd fly around me, especially the hawks, the crows. What are their algorithms like? Especially paired with me. And that's a hard one to get too, huh? It's a very hard one to get when you train birds to hang out with you. Just like your dogs. People have dogs. Oh, this guy's training birds and we got dogs in our house. And they just sit there all day with you. Same thing. Same damn thing, but we're going to talk about the people up here at this school. And we got CrowdStrike that happened. It shut down the airlines and a lot of computers across the planet. Then there was another break-in. There's a couple break-ins too, huh? NSA, what do you know about these break-ins? National Institute Standard Technology, what do you know? Now CIA's here trying to get on their knees and beg for spotted dick. What else do we know? Because I heard 3 billion people's information got taken after CrowdStrike. 3 billion. That's a lot of algorithms to get into. And all the, what do they call that in quantum computing? When you have nuclear magnetic resonance imaging. And what do they call on the power lines? Forbes magazine put this one out. These little special spyware, smart dust, cameras so small. They're nano-sized. Cameras so small that you can make a translucent cell phone with them. And it runs just like the cell phone I'm recording with. But it's a translucent silicone square, rectangle, whatever you want to call it, with a charge coupling device in it and nanofilm. Because whenever current hits it and it transduces with magneto-nano-transducers, it becomes holographic. Same thing that your phone's doing. This picture right now is a hologram. Correct, CIA? Whenever, from 1983, whenever you released that, the documentation that every other intelligence agency around the planet has access to right now, we called it the holographic universe and time travel. Quantum computers, what's up? Post-quantum computing. And that was in 1983. And there's no names of these people that they did spectroscopy on, whatever it was, for whenever these people went into dreamland. And they released this information talking about the static field and all these other instances, what's going on with the pressure system of the human body, especially the central nervous system, the heart, the veins, the static pressure and dielectric pressures of the human body. And it's algorithmic. Well, they call it arrhythmia, so we call it algorithmic. And what's going on? Hell, I could even go 100 years ago whenever Nikola Tesla put out his final interview called Everything is Light. Your blood flow can be controlled. Oh, your hands are really cold, Mr. Tesla, said the interviewer. And I want the magnetic tape. You want to tell me he didn't record that? His voice saying all this stuff? That's like his brain, too. We got Einstein's brain. And we're whatever Mr. Elon Musk said that you could kill someone and transfer their brain thoughts into another brain or something. Something like that. He come on public TV and another guy says, oh, what do I got to do? Air gap my brain to keep it from getting hacked. Then I have Nolan saying that no one's trying to attempt to hack his brain because they're only recording his brain with the chip in his brain. But we have translucent cell phones and magneto-nano-transducers, Mr. Musk. And I appreciate you bringing this out into the public. I hated you at first. Oh, I really hated you. I tried hitting you with a baseball bat in a dream. Until I found out that this shit exists. Until I found out this shit exists, and then they call it non-human intelligences because there's not too many human beings that can comprehend. Every one of these houses have electric in it. It's on a SCADA system. And they all have an energy in there, a thermal energy. And that could be used. This is very minute stuff that not too many people pay attention to. Not too many people pay attention to it. Not at all. Look at the sky. Look what's going on up here electrically. Hey, post-quantum computing. Look at this. Does anybody comprehend what that is? What's going on? Why does this guy do that? It almost looks like one of those diagrams that they show for quantum computing. One of these 1 and 0s at the same time, huh? Looks like a Y-configurated transformer, doesn't it? What if it's delta? Did you ever see a delta? What do they call phase-shifted delta? A phase-shifted square? How about a pentagram? Like the Pentagon. Did you ever see the Pentagon? How it's shaped? And you do a phase shift on that and record, what do they call that? Cartesian? Selegian? I forget the exact name. But that's what you call phase shifting. because its frequency propagates, protobates in the medium, and it has a very specific signature. And it changes its waveforms, especially if another frequency combines with it. That's how we get different waveforms. That's why our emotions have a big effect. Anybody comprehend that? Because I could get in person with you and talk to you. Hell, I could go to a university, and the universities, like, what are they doing? Because we got all this cell phone and encryption and IEEE, the algorithms. Let's not forget the installation pretty much right there in that direction that had a function on the ionosphere, but now it's called Space Force. And these guys say they can't comprehend it any longer. And they fly the airplanes over my house. The Cessnas that aren't part of the installation fly over my house because today's Sunday and it's revival today. And as it flies over my house, finds these SCADA systems and all these little nanomagnetic antennas that are working off of like a Dolby surround sound 3D spatial audio. And it flies over, comes right over my neighbor's house. And then right behind my neighbor's house, there's a tree back there. You can see it back there. And as you go past that tree, if I go walk down the street and yell and show you how the trees are growing back there and show you their very specific growths, and then I yell and you hear the transformer that's the step down can that's back there and how you can hear it humming going in that direction and it wraps. These airplanes fly over there and pick up the signal. Who are these people? Would that be a for concern? Are they a threat to national security? NSA? And if they're not a threat to national security, there's another transformer up here that's humming pretty good too. So that means you guys are doing secret human experiments illegally. Well, all you gotta do is get the algorithm out of my brain and you're gonna see it. Especially since back here I yell and you get like a triple caster. It's a nice guitar, by the way, Mr. White, that you had designed. Seen it the other day. Very nice guitar. I'm still interested in a Time Traveler's Edition Fender Stratocaster. Time Travelers. They brought that one out just in time. I printed it up at the library in Keller the day SpaceX rocket blew up. But the other one in Florida didn't blow up. The one in Texas blew up. It went like 11 minutes or something without communications and then blew up. But the one in Florida made it. And boy, oh boy, can I really add some characterization and charisma right now? Can I really do that, since that's how bad the National Aerospace Sciences and Academies are? We had to open up private space companies because that's how bad it got. It got very bad, didn't it? Very, very bad. And by default, what's concurring with my situation, and these airplanes flying over the house, and then calling cross country, and just listening to everybody, how everybody is literally working together. They're all working together for national security, protecting everything. But then whenever you start talking about this, it's amazing how they all work together to whitewash with gloss-overed whitewashing. And I'm going to go right back to 69. If the whole country could keep this under wraps, what did they do fucking with NASA in 69? Especially that interview with Neil Armstrong and all them guys when they come back. Oh, you can see the star. I don't remember seeing any stars. I don't remember seeing any stores. Like, it might have been pretty easy for people to an outfit that only these people knew of in this military industrial complex. And now it's super simple. Oh, by the way, there's the sun. Now it's super simple. And it's almost by default, whenever you look at a lawyer scale, how it tips. We've never been to the moon. It's almost default how easy this is to comprehend. It's very simple. Even Neuralink operates in high secrecy. High secrecy. Just like BlackRock Neurotech. Come on. And you're saying it's just for paralyzed people? Come on. And I seen a super soldier the other day with robotic legs. Just last night, made it to my algorithm. They call him a super soldier. This soldier, he had fake legs. And there's a 55-gallon drum full of nuclear waste that was dumped in Apollo. They gave him one that was dumped in Apollo, and it's empty. And this son of a bitch kicked this fucking drum. He kicked it. Like it was a karate kick, and he was kicking a field goal with this drum, and it broke through a barrier, a wooden barrier. That's how much force was in this drum from him kicking it. Super soldiers. Boy, oh boy. I'm almost speechless on what to say now. I'm almost speechless. Because if that come from super soldiers here in this country, what the fuck are you doing over there in Russia? And they say the United States is behind and Russia's ahead. They forgot we got Tesla's shit. We've been buried for years. China. It's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Hell, I got people coming in my backyard trying to backdoor my fucking brain. And they let me know they were doing it. Listen to this. I have no clue if the phone or the microphone coil picks up these kinetics, because when you go to the microphone coil, I'm tapping, that's how you hack a phone on the firmware. Put a ghost circuit in, kinetics, and just, you literally run a layer, an overlay, and have it scale into the phone's output signal. Quite literally. And these guys think they're fucking king shits back here. They really do. The people that live behind them think they're king shits. The king shits that live up here. This is called oligarchy. They think they're all king shits. They all think they're king shits. And how about the neighbors over here? Let's go point over here. King shits. King shits. Because that fence is live. The fence is live. You run it right up here. And if I go up here and yell, there's another one. Might as well get this on film too while it's still rolling. Since the king shits, the oligarchy. Look at this. Hey KGB, look at this. You see it? Neuralink watermark. I should start another video here. Hey KGB, for an investigation? That looks like one of them magnetic fields in an electric field, huh? With amplification on it. Look at how it amplified. Can you pick it up on the microphone coil? How I'm getting feedback? And the tone's even changing. Like someone's voice. A very unique signature. What do you guys think? Here, I'll show you the house too. Because the ventilation system is about right here. Yeah, we'll move it over a little bit, but it's about right here. Underground. And we know that we could make printed parts with ultrasound right through a wall. We know we could do this, huh? Fence is live. How about the nano antennas that come from the neighbor's house? Fence is live. What are we using for grounding? Nobody knows, do they? How about this? Hey, KGB, here you go. That stepped on Ken yesterday. This son of a bitch was spark gapping. No, I never pulled my phone out. I kept it secret. But it was coming down to the ground. You see that bush? And then you could hear it. Feedback. You could hear this reflection casting over from the step-down can. No, it wasn't a hum. No, this wasn't a hum. This was spark gapping. This was spark gapping. Just that's a spark gap. And there's filaments. What kind of filaments did I see on a YouTube the other day? I know you got filaments in your brain. Oh, somebody put a mask on their face for facial hygiene to pull all the blackheads out and all the other stuff, and it's filament. Your face, the oil, electrolytics, hybrid nano, comes right out of your face. Oh boy, what can you do with those filaments, especially from your eyeballs? Hey, KGB, I've already learned this, and I know you know this, but I'm going to repeat it because it's a repeater system. When you wake up in the morning, you have a little crystal in your eyeball. Pull that crystal out of your eye and put it in between your fingers like this. Okay? And when you're live and you're hot, that shit will heat up and start burning your fingers from vibrating so erratically. That's just your eyeball crystals. And the computer started telling me those are worth a lot of money. Oh, those are worth a lot of money. Because the color of it. You should have seen the color of the crystals in my eyeballs. And then they start pulling it out of your face. Everywhere else on your skin. And then they start using the shit and spit it at you. That's why they